Gospel reading this morning is taken from the Gospel of Jesus Christ according to Matthew. So then, anyone who hears these words of mine and obeys them is like a wise man who built his house on rock. The rain poured down, the rivers flooded over, and the wind blew hard against that house. But it did not fall, because it was built on rock. But anyone who hears these words of mine and does not obey them is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain poured down, the rivers flooded over, the wind blew hard against that house, and it fell. And what a terrible fall that was. I want you all to know something. When I was a young boy growing up, I wish that I had gone to Sunday school. In fact, I wish that I had had the opportunity to love going to Sunday school. I wish that I had been able to collect perfect attendance pins week after week, year after year, and had been passed a faith and an inner strength that would have supported me through most, if not all, the difficult moments in my life. But regrettably, I did not attend Sunday school. I did not receive any perfect attendance pins, nor was I passed a bedrock faith on which to stand. The foundation of my life at that time lay on sand, not on rock. My parents were not religious, and I only became a Christian myself in more than name only at the age of 40. So as a result, I missed out on 39 years of having Christ as my co-pilot, God as my strength, and love of neighbor as my purpose in life. Which is why Sunday school or kids' church holds a special place in my heart. And why Rally Sunday is an important event to celebrate. Someone once said that stewardship is the act of organizing your life so God can give you away. Through the years, countless people who have made the church a part of their lives have organized themselves in such a way as to allow God to use them to His glory, so God could give them away. Today we've witnessed through a brief ceremony the commitment our children and their leaders have made to Christian education. And we've offered our support and encouragement to them. Our teachers have organized their lives in such a way as to allow God to use them in the ministry of education. So God could give them away to the benefit of our children. Our children, in turn, are being prepared so that one day God can use them too, so that God could give them away to the benefit of others. Sunday school, or kids' church, or whatever else you want to call it, is a program that matters. And as much as that program matters, so too do the people who administer it. Kids' church is the principal vehicle by which we can teach our children how to make real the love of God. It is the principal vehicle by which we can pass on to our children the old stories of Jesus in fresh, new ways. Confucius once wrote that the most beautiful sight in the world is a little child walking confidently down the road after you've shown him the way. Isn't it wonderful to think that our little children, once grown up, will be able to walk in faith confidently down the road because someone cared enough through their involvement and their teaching to show them the way? If the saint is the one who lets God's light shine through, isn't it wonderful to think that the light still shines generation after generation through those who give themselves in service to God through service to God's people? Isn't that wonderful? Because this is what it means to be church at its best. This is what it means to be a church family. Thank God for those who have organized their lives in such a way so God could give them away. Thank God for the saints. But having said all this and having affirmed with gratitude how blessed we are to have people like this, we still have great needs. And the great need is for more of us to become involved in the leadership of our kids' church for the sake of our children. A Sunday school teacher once asked his class, "Children, what shape is the world?" A little boy answered, "My dad says it's the worst shape it's ever been." To become involved is to say, in essence, that you will help in reshaping the world by helping to shape the lives of our children. So what are some of the needs? Or perhaps more faithfully expressed, what are some of the opportunities? Maybe working with our kids' church is precisely the opportunity that is looking for you. Maybe it's you that God is speaking to today, urging you to organize your life in such a way so God can give you away to these youngest of youngest children. Patricia, Kathy, Caitlin, Cameron, and Corey, they provide great leadership to our kids' church. But they can always use more teachers and more teaching apprentices. Of course, the school can always use more kids, right? Do you not agree that the most beautiful sight in the world is that little child walking confidently down the road after you've shown them the way? Can you not see yourself helping these little ones hear stories and play games and take pride in their crafts? Can you not see yourself helping these little children to continue their spiritual journeys? Or is working with our youth group the opportunity that's looking for you? Maybe it's you that God is speaking to today, urging you to organize your life in such a way as to help these older kids, to benefit them. Leslie and Liz provide dedicated leadership to these youth. But there are times when they need more helpers to help with all those activities they try to organize, like tobogganing and games nights and movies and biking and golfing and swimming. They need help. Or still yet, maybe working in the nursery is the opportunity that's looking for you. Maybe it's you that God is speaking to today, urging you to organize your life in such a way so God can give you away to these precious, precious little babies. Carol provides super leadership, but she can always use more help. Wouldn't it be a blessing to be able to look after these little ones for just an hour, 1 or 2 weeks a month maybe, knowing that their parents will take over and take them home for the other 167 hours in the week? 1 hour. It's just like being a grandparent. That's wonderful. Why, you can even watch the nice long worship service on TV. You don't have to miss a thing. It's all on TV in the nursery. And let me tell you, as much as you will be a blessing to others, you too will be blessed. And let me tell you a little joke that can shed more light on this whole aspect of being blessed. A fellow regularly went to the racetrack, and on this particular day, he was watching the horses get ready for their races in the stable area. There he noticed a priest come over to one of the horses. He pat him on the head, and he made the sign of the cross. And wouldn't you know it, the horse won his race. Curious, he watched the priest before the next race. Priest did the same thing. He patted another horse on the head, made the sign of the cross, and when the horse ran its race, he won. He came in first. A third time the man watched, same thing happened. It was just before the fourth race that the man noticed the priest go over to the horse. He patted him on the head, the back, the buttocks, the legs, and he made the sign of the cross. And the man thought, boy, this is my lucky day. The priest didn't just bless the horse, he blessed him from head to toe. And with that, he put all his money on this most blessed horse to win. And they were off. But it was, as the horses were making the clubhouse turn, that it happened. The horse he had bet all his money on dropped dead in the middle of the track. The man sought out the priest, who was again at the stables, told him about the 3 horses he had blessed and won, told him about the last and most blessed horse that he had wagered all his money on, who dropped dead in the middle of the racetrack. That's the trouble with you Protestants, the priest said. You don't know the difference between a blessing and last rites. These are the blessings that will be yours if you organize your life so God can give you away to our children. These are them. The knowledge that a child, because of you, will walk confidently down the road. Not so much because you've shown them the way, but because you shared the journey with her. The knowledge that a child or a young adult, because of you, will have had planted in them the seeds of volunteerism. Because you organized your life in such a way so God could give you a way to be a blessing to others. The knowledge that your service to others and your love of others is the most beautiful expression of your love and service to Christ. It's the most beautiful expression of it. So, folks, I'm going to close by saying opportunity is knocking. Opportunity is knocking today, this day. And it will continue to knock in the days to come. I encourage you to open the door. Help build a child's faith. A faith and a foundation built on rock, not sand. Open the door and show our children and our youth that you care. Open the door so God can give you a way to the benefit of such as these. Amen.